You didn't wake up broken today. You woke up exhausted from trying to fix yourself. There's a difference. Before you even scrolled on your phone this morning, you already felt it, the heavy, familiar weight of another day that will likely end exactly like yesterday. The same quiet frustration, the same gap between the person you are and the person you know you could be. You've tried the loud fixes, the new life resets, the motivational surges that vanish by noon. But what if the problem isn't your lack of willpower? What if the real levers of change are silent? Most people are looking for a lightning bolt, but your nervous system doesn't respond to lightning. It responds to subtle, invisible shifts in your behavior, the kind that happen beneath the surface of your conscious mind. Today, we stop the noise. I am going to show you 7 silent behaviors that don't require a life overhaul or an iron will. They require one thing: 24 hours of precise action. One day, 7 shifts. By tonight, you will feel the difference. Before we change the habits, we have to change the story. Right now, you see yourself as a broken machine. You think you're a project that's perpetually under construction, waiting for a day when you're finally fixed enough to start living. But that story is the very thing keeping you stuck. The truth is, you aren't broken. You are misaligned. Imagine a high-performance racing engine trying to run on low-grade fuel while driving through deep mud. The engine isn't the problem. The environment and the fuel are. You've been feeding your brain mental sugar water, cheap, instant gratification, and constant noise, and then wondering why it won't win the race. You aren't lazy or weak. You are chemically overstimulated. Your nervous system is a precision instrument that has been hijacked by a world of instant gratification. When you can get a hit of satisfaction in 15 seconds of scrolling, your brain sees no reason to do the hard, quiet work of building a life. It's not a character flaw. It's a survival mechanism that has gone off the rails. You don't need a new you. You need a system reset. The moment you stop identifying as stuck and start seeing yourself as a high-resolution system that needs recalibration, the pressure vanishes. You stop fighting yourself and start working with your biology. You don't need more willpower. You need to clear the mud so the engine can finally breathe. And once you understand how these 7 silent behaviors act as a software update for your mind, you'll realize that fixing yourself isn't a struggle. It's a homecoming. Why can 24 hours of silent changes fix what years of self-help couldn't? It's because of neuroplasticity and the reset of your reward system. Your brain isn't a static stone. It's a dynamic circuit. Every anxious thought and every urge to scroll is a physical groove carved into your gray matter. Most people try to change by thinking differently, but your brain doesn't prioritize thoughts. It prioritizes inputs. When you flood your system with loud stimuli, notifications, bright screens, and constant noise, your brain enters sensory hyperarousal. To protect itself, it numbs your receptors. It turns down the volume on your joy. This is why you feel flat and unmotivated. The silent behaviors work by creating a stimulus vacuum. By removing the noise for just one day, you force a recalibration. Your internal reward receptors, flattened by constant, cheap hits, begin to stand up again. They become sensitive to the subtle, real-world rewards of life. This is a neurological reset. In 24 hours, you shift your baseline from anxious and numb to calm and alert. You aren't just acting differently. You are physically changing your brain's chemical environment. You're moving from reactive survival to proactive clarity. Why does silence fix a brain that feels broken? Because for 99% of human history, silence was the ultimate signal of safety. Your ancestors lived in a world of low-frequency information. A rustle in the grass or a change in the wind were the only inputs that mattered. Your brain evolved as a high-precision instrument, tuned to the subtle and the slow. In the wild, constant noise and rapid movement meant one thing: danger. Today, you live in a world of artificial loudness. Every notification and infinite scroll is a biological alarm bell. Your brain is stuck in hypervigilance, convinced it's being hunted 24 hours a day. You aren't anxious because you're weak. You're anxious because your ancient brain is trying to protect you. The silent behaviors send a powerful, ancient signal to your nervous system. The threat is gone. You are safe. When you stop the noise, your brain finally switches from stress response to recovery mode. It moves from the frantic energy of the prey to the focused clarity of the predator. This isn't just about fixing a problem, it's about reclaiming your natural state. You are returning to the baseline your biology was designed for, a life of depth, purpose, and calm. You aren't just surviving the modern world, you are finally learning how to master it. To reset your system in 24 hours, you don't need a life overhaul. You need these 7 precise, silent shifts that return your power to you. Digital freedom. Imagine a day where your attention belongs entirely to you. No pings, no red dots, no invisible leashes. By putting your phone in a drawer for 24 hours, you aren't missing out. You are finally checking back into your own life. You'll feel an incredible lightness as the digital noise evaporates. The sovereign morning. The first 60 minutes are yours alone. No outside voices, no news, no agendas. This is the luxury of silence. By protecting this window, you allow your own creativity to surface before the world tries to drown it out. You start the day as the architect of your own thoughts. Clean fuel vitality. Eat simple, unprocessed foods for one day, no sugar crashes, no caffeine jitters. You'll notice a steady, calm energy rising from your gut to your brain. It's the feeling of your internal engine finally running on high-grade fuel, clearing the mental fog. The stillness sanctuary. Sit for 20 minutes with your eyes closed. Do nothing. This isn't a chore, it's a reset button for your soul. As the restlessness fades, a profound, cool clarity takes its place. You'll realize that peace isn't something you find. It's something you already are. The joy of presence. For one day, do exactly one thing at a time. If you drink coffee, just taste the coffee. If you walk, feel the ground. Multitasking is stress. Monotasking is flow. You'll rediscover the hidden richness in small moments you've been rushing past for a decade. The wide-angle horizon. Spend 30 minutes looking at trees, clouds, or water. Your eyes were designed for this. Looking at natural patterns physically lowers your heart rate and triggers a deep sense of belonging. It's the biological aha moment where your brain realizes it is finally safe. The golden twilight. 2 hours before bed, dim the lights. No screens, just warmth. You are inviting your brain into its natural repair cycle. You'll feel a heavy, peaceful sleepiness you haven't felt since childhood. It's the ultimate gift to your future self, a night of true, deep restoration. Stop waiting for a massive, loud explosion to change your life. Real transformation doesn't arrive with a shout. It arrives in the quiet, golden moments when you finally reclaim your own mind. Imagine waking up tomorrow without that heavy, familiar fog. Imagine a day where your thoughts are as clear as a mountain lake, where your energy doesn't crash at noon, and where you feel a deep, unshakable sense of belonging in your own skin. That version of you isn't a fantasy. It's your biological baseline, waiting just beneath the noise. You don't need a year of struggle to find this peace. You just need 24 hours of recalibration to remember what it feels like to be truly alive. One day to stop the leaks, one day to let your soul breathe, one day to realize that the fix isn't a destination. It's the beautiful, silent reality of who you already are when the world stops screaming at you. The weight you've been carrying was never yours to keep. Put it down. Step into your inner power, the place where your engine finally breathes, where your fuel never runs dry, and where your own strength carries you further than you ever dreamed possible.